it's close. Like, they're not just getting blown out. I kind of expected that coming into it, you know? They snuck through Division 2. They look better in this Division 1 than they did last season. So I think the team house definitely helped out a lot. They're very a momentum-driven team, which is what you're going to get when Skylark's on the squad, or as to say, Spartan, the Wisp.
I mean, Skylark too, right? I feel like he's an offlaner who definitely excels. It's why his ET, I would say, looks so good, is because it is very much a momentum-based offlaner that can take over the game if it has a good start. And we see our mid lane matchup. That is going to be all-important. Templar Assassin for Nisha versus Wish's Puck. What do you make of this matchup, both on hero and player side?
Well, it used to be just incredibly broken when the refraction damage also worked on denies, and you just could not play Dota as Puck. You know, one base armor, you just die. Like, 2 side blades, of course, doing pure damage, but he's taking 200 HP already. It really comes down to this first wave. You want to double it up if you can as Puck. That's why he's going to drag that into the tower. This is really well done. You want to get level 2 and then try to pressure TA with a creep wave advantage, as he's going to look to do now.
Let's see what Wish can accomplish here. Now, is part of the reason that you looked at them initially and thought they were just going to get run over, do you feel like that as a team they didn't look very strong in the lower division, or is it more about their individual players, that you feel like player to player they're just sort of outmatched?
A bit of both, really. I think that their drafting was a bit rudimentary. They were just first picking Wisp Gyro in a bunch of games, and, you know, I love Spartan, but his style of play and leadership is kind of a dying art nowadays. The pop-off is not really what you look at and see from the top-tier competitors. It's all about that calm, like, stone-faced composure. If you look across the scene, right? Gaze into China, you look at Kuro, you look at Fly. Like, all these captains are just chill, and Spartan's anything but they've definitely grown as a team. I think mostly due to their living together, their practice. You put in the hours.
Yeah, I mean, Matamba, man, taking a bit of damage here. I like that you reference Kuro in that, right? He's the person who has had the most TI Grand Finals appearances, right? And what did that term from? What was it, TI9? He's like, guys, you have the calmest friend, mother friend in the building, in the game, in the world.
Yeah,
something like that. It's like, yeah, Kuro, that is exactly him to a T.
That's why I think you'll notice that every TI time it seems like it's the same cast of characters that are making deep runs. It is really difficult to play Dota, because all these guys, you know, you've got thousands and thousands of games of Dota. It's just that there's this select 20 or so that the risk-reward factor, it's like, you know, 20 games for $40 million. Whereas most of your life, you're just playing for fun, whatever. But if you can play just like it's a regular day and know that there's 7 figures on the line for this series, that's what can make you a champion.
Wish. Getting nailed by side blades, but he is doing a pretty decent job keeping up in CS. As you said, the matchup is better than it used to be, and maybe the best it's ever been since now water runes help you kind of keep yourself sustained.
Yeah, that was a big issue back in the day. If you couldn't get the bottle up early and get a lucky rune, you were in huge trouble, but so much regen, you can effectively spam Q every wave, guarantee the archer for you. But yeah, so far relatively chill laning phase. Up top, I don't think this lane of Secret really wins, but they have really nice kill threat. You know, a cookie forward into a skewer back. Spartan's gonna have to be a little cautious.
And that is not
his MO.
Not his MO whatsoever. It's Spartan being known to be very aggressive in his positioning. And we'll see how that does for his IO combination with Gyrocopter here. Yapster is going to look to make sure that the pull is interrupted in some way. Spartan still managed to get it off, though. So hard to interrupt the easy camp pull nowadays. If you get one of the range camps like these Knolls.
Oh, but dude, that Snapfire little shredder, it's just so much damage. Wisp going to -3 armor after tanking all the shots.
I mean, like, Nisha is winning mid, but all the side lanes are doing very well. Skylark 19-2 against Matamba Man's 18-2, so they're definitely securing the Centaur a good lane. Gyrocopter's farming well.
I think you're okay with that, though, if you're Secret. You know, realistically, Brame don't get Ancients, like, ever, until the Gyro is huge, right? Whereas Secret, you can start taking them as a TA the moment you have maxed out refraction. Plus, they have the Empower Wraith King combination and a Wyvern to provide that ultimate BKB piercing team fight. So the single core of Brame is going to be tough. You know, we've talked a lot in the green room. A lot Fogged and BSJ both theorized Gyrocopter is not viable unless you have a bunch of heals. You've got that, but he's a lot of your damage output as well. So
what?
You look at these stacks, man. This is
what was that golem?
Wait, what?
For some reason, he just went back to his home. He didn't want to get pulled. Not today.
Oh, was that a nighttime bug, maybe?
It might have been.
He went back to sleep? Or like walked over to go to sleep? I don't know. You remember when the daytime-nighttime shift was not linked to the minute? And how much of a pain that was?
Yeah.
It'd be like 40 minutes in, and
yeah,
it's like an extra 30 seconds you have to wait.
It was something like it would add on, right? No, it wasn't even a nighttime thing. It just...
That's weird.
He de-aggroed for some very odd reason.
A small indie company.
But yeah, for some reason, it just got worse and worse and worse, right?
Yeah.
It was like 20 minutes, it was like off by 5 seconds, but by the time you got like 50 minutes in, it'd be like 30, 40 seconds off of nighttime for some reason.
And Night Stalker was not viable, as we've got, I believe, a slight pause. We should be underway shortly. But yeah, I really like the secret scaling. I think Brame are going to have to hit a tempo and then just on-map 24/7, because realistically with a Wisp, with a Pugna, with a Pug, like these heroes should never need to go back to base. And you are going to have to deny Secret their triangle. Otherwise, they're just going to farm everything with their TA Wraith King, and eventually you're going to get hit with an AoE spell combo and you're going to lose the game.
So that is going to be one of the first, like, okay, the laning phase, go all fine, well and good, but one of the first moves of Brain is going to be whether or not they contest the TA stacks. As Secret does manage to find the first blood off a rotation from Yapzor. They catch Skylark Centaur farming and get the first blood.
I like that. This is the benefit of Zai always going for this Q build. So
what?
Wait.
The Skeletons aggroed off of the hero death.
What's going on?
And that was the closest thing they saw because they have a ward up there on the cliff. So they could see the neutrals. So naturally, the Skeletons said that was the closest thing.
Oh, he jukes the blast? I think Yapzor's probably still dead. But he
gets the gold. Ward. 28 gold for the ward.
Efficiency, baby.
Oh, skewer back. Wow. Almost getting the kill first. Zai, is he actually going to live? Oh, no way.
That's insane.
You make best situation out of
I'm gonna Puppy's voice all game. So yeah, that's the thing. When Zai goes this Q build, see, he was level 5 when Yapzor rotated, so he's fine by himself. I didn't expect him to be that fine, but gotta be happy, and I think it's a dead bug now.
Yeah, he's still dead.
Wow, 2-shot.
That TA trap lasting so long, and Nisha's done this a couple times now, taking the opposing easy camp away from the puck.
Yep. Also a big fan of the early Blightstone. I see a lot of TAs not grabbing it immediately. It's more valuable than the Wraith Band, especially against all these low armor heroes. So glad to see him grab that early on. And already point meld. Might be a blink rush. Typically when we see early points meld, it's for blink purposes.
Are you a bit surprised by that?
No.
Thought maybe they would just go more, just focus on farming on this TA.
It is in a way a farming tool though. Like yeah, the Deso helps you clear stacks and maybe sneak a Roche, but Blink as a positional tool also gives you the ability to just farm faster, and more importantly, against heroes like Puck and Pugna, if you catch them with either Decrep or Orb on cooldown, they are dead in 2 hits. So, big fan. And it allows them to then play around this hero that can actually be active. If you go for a Deso and then fall behind, suddenly it's like, well, me and Wraith King just kind of want to farm, but now we can't do anything. Your only real catch is this RP or Wyvern ultimate.
Now, Gyro, when it comes to ancient farming, won't be nearly as fast as the Templar Assassin, but he is quite good at farming these double camps. You could stack both of them up, so that is at least a small advantage he can get for himself. 3-1, not a whole lot happening in this laning phase. It seems like both teams are relatively content with farming, though it feels like Secret is getting better and better at the situation as time goes on. Mid lane matchup is being won harder and harder by this Templar Assassin, and he's clearing through the triangle at the same time. And it seems like Zai, they're allowed to be able to leave him alone now that he's got enough HP.
Oh no, looks like we've got the Flashpoint server pack downloaded. Oh, I hope this doesn't cause issues.
The rules say play on, Kyle.
That's true.
I'll contact an admin after the game.
Admin ready.
For those who don't know, we're referencing some drama in another game, CSGO.
So, I feel like esports, it's worth following other communities. Not because you care about the competitive results, but just for the drama and then the memes that are created from that drama.
Yes, absolutely.
The G comes out, so we will be underway.
Oh, the RP skewer back into 2. The TP in from Matamba Man. See if they actually have enough damage to be able to bring down Spartan here. They're going to go for it. Need a couple hits. I'm sure they've got it. Focus is still in a bit of trouble here. He's going to go for a TP out before the next stun is available.
Nice. You like how Matu was the one who unpaused? Immediately he's TPing in.
Yeah.
Got him. You may have paused the game, but Puppy comes up with a better strategy. Already a 2K Goldie for Secret. A lot of that is just Nisha, who is absolutely enormous.
Found him. Hit the stomp, too. Nicely played by Skylark there. Now, Puppy's going to delay his death for a bit, get off at least one spell. But very important to be able to hunt the Winter Wyvern behind his tower. Don't let him just stay there and be throwing out nukes constantly.
Yeah, this is a really nice move from Secret, applying the pressure. Moving Matu towards top.
Gyro actually getting in front of that skewer. Might just be able to net him the kill as the next round of Rocket Barrage is there into the tree. Zai hiding away, but he won't be able to hide for long. Focus sticks on top of him and gets a little bit of revenge. But at the same time, Secret, they're pressuring top and mid at the same time. Nisha claims the mid tower.
That's Zai's happy with that. You know, he gets a free teleport. That's some gold in the bank. In addition, RP's on cooldown. He got the Empower off before death, so you apply that pressure, it means there's no hope of defending mid, the more valuable tower against the TA. Have we seen this Gyro build before? The skipping ultimate? He's level 7 with no ult.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen so many Gyrocopters use it even just
for
to
farming.
be able to farm.
Yeah. I think it's a more efficient mana usage.
I'm dead.
Is he going more? Is he going stats? Or more levels
no
in his
stats.
abilities?
He says extra point in Q and an extra point flak, depending on your... Yeah, but it's 125 for the ulti in terms of mana cost for 350 damage if you hit all the missiles, whereas the extra... Yeah, so a point nil is a Q is 10, 220. I mean, on a mana per damage basis, it's better to have the ult, but you could argue that you're using Q anyway, only, so it's more mana efficient to have better Q? I don't know. We'll run the math.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure it would be more mana efficient just to use Rocket Barrage if you could go without the ultimate, but...
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like Brian was saying, the Maelstrom will be the itemization.
And this is a bit of a problem when you have a lineup that naturally wants to pressure the enemy team, but immediately after the laning phase is done, you're the one who's being pressured for all your towers because of Wraith King, because of the move that they made mid lane. Like, this is already setting off to a very bad start for Brame.
And the big thing is that you can't do Ancients. And this new Ancients one, it's just so beneficial nowadays because the mid player, he's almost always running back to grab his rune every few minutes, so it's very time efficient to be stacking Ancients as well.
I'm going to say something controversial here, Kyle.
What's that?
I think they need to bring the Prowler back. Or something like it. My reasoning being is that I feel like doing Ancient stacks is too easy.
I would agree if it weren't that the heroes that I think best abuse it, notably Medusa and TA, don't care about the Prowler.
True. Yes, I will agree with that. But I'm just saying Ancients need to be able to have some sort of offensive threat. Like stacking them up to a billion range and then having, you know, some of these heroes just battle for your heroes, clear through them, or, you know, these troll TAs, Medusas, clearing them from a distance and stuff. Don't like it.
Okay, so 9 in 108 games. So, 1 out of 12 gyros decides to skip ulti at level 7. Will it pay off? We shall find out. But yeah, I can see your point. Because right now it just feels like this whole gold advantage on the TA, yeah, he's got a lot more CS, 30 or so, but it's really just the ancient camp. And my concern is that it's basically just farm that cannot be taken by your allies. And in terms of gold on the map, especially if you have some sort of AoE, it is the most efficient damage per gold. Like your damage farming Ancients is going to render you more gold than I believe anything other than level 30 plus catapult creep waves.
Okay.
Yeah.
The I will say that I feel
minute
bad.
30 plus, minute 30 plus. So.
30 plus. Okay. I was about to say level 30. I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
no, it's because of the extra creep. It's something I wanted to do for a while, is like actually sit down and do the math on, you know, when do creep waves start to become like more OP because the extra creep that gets added every once in a while. And then there's, I think, when's the double archer start? Is it 40? I can't remember. It gets updated every once in a while, but main point is
then
creep
it becomes
waves.
super efficient to farm creep waves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think a lot of the mid heroes nowadays with the bots early, it's just almost, it's better than a Midas, because later in the game you're just able to get those extra waves. You're always on map.
Right.
Although the thing about it is you don't get the benefit of the extra TPs that you get when you die.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah. But what if every time you died, because you have bots, you reinvested it?
You just,
it's like a dividend.
What if you just got 50 gold back?
I think that's fair.
That's kind of fair, right? Then again, we don't really need to buff bots too much. I always feel really bad whenever I'm playing a game and I look at my lineup, because I play 4 position off lane, so most of the time I'm in the position to be able to stack. And if I look at my team and I don't see a hero that farms ancients, I feel terrible.
Yeah. So what am I doing here?
I'm like, what like, I have to make moves, offensive moves, to kill heroes, because the normal option of stacking the hard camp and the ancient camp at the same time is not efficient, because I should only stack the hard camp right now because no one can farm an ancient stack.
Yeah, look at that. The gold advantage is about 1,000. It is legit from neutrals.
Yep.
So mostly just because you're farming ancients and Jarrows. And so we have the unpause. Hopefully Brame's ping stabilizes.
Okay, so Kyle, if farming ancients is so efficient and it's why Secret is up in net worth right now, why aren't we seeing more Templar Assassin, who's one of the most prominent ancient
Give it some
farmers?
time. We will.
Okay.
It's been nerfed enough that people, I think, forgot about it a bit. It was somewhat solved, but it's coming back in a big way. And I actually like what Nisha had queued up. The Deso first into Dragonlance. Actually going to skip the Blink.
Okay.
And you can make arguments, like I was explaining why Blink could be nice. In this case, they're just going to play a more slower-paced game. But Dragonlance is really nice as a TA after all the changes, specifically the talent, giving you that extra Psyblade range at level 10. You're hitting like a normal ranged hero. So you don't really need the Blink for optimum positioning.
Yeah, you combine that with the Psyblade change, right, where it doubles the range of what your normal range is. So if you guys haven't ever like tested it out, basically you can get like a ballista and like Hurricane Pike and those sort of things, and the range that the Psyblade can go is just bonkers.
Let's see. I mean, Brame. Oh, hang on. We have a reload coming top. They're just in. They get the D ward.
Yeah, they are really
so
in here pretty deep. Spartan going for the D wards. Winter's Curse to prevent him from reload. He still got it off because of the Winter's Curse change that makes it, if you're solo, if you're isolated, it only lasts, what is it, like 2.5 seconds or something? Yep, 2.5 seconds. So
that's not on the tooltip.
It's on the change log. So if you hover over it in one of those change logs.
Oh, you're right. Yep, it is. Okay, it's in the change log. Huh. But that's just so difficult, newer players. That's why you got to hold alt, everybody. The real information is concealed in the fine print.
Yes, it is. And even then, it may not be in that print at all.
Indeed.
In which case, Google is your best friend.
2 towers. It's just one. Secret might be posturing for a fight here. They have the RP. They know there's no reload.
They do not have Stampede either to be able to get him out of here. So when he is skewered back, he is particularly in trouble. Now he's going to be saved for a moment by Decrepify. Stoneman in. Does he have any life to give? He's got a little bit to help out Skylark. They're still going to go for the RP. They're heavily investing into this one. Skylark is still not dead until finally the nuke does come through from Puppy. Stoneman stuck in the trees here. Matumba Man's going to cut his way through. Life Drain heals him up a little bit, takes away that first life. Stoneman a little bit left. He's going to get one more nuke off with the Decrepify. He's actually kind of dancing around. He's going to be okay. Spartan heals him up a decent amount. Matumba Man's the one in trouble here. They have the Maelstrom on the Gyrocopter. He's going to catch up to Matumba Man. He's going to need some God tier toggling here. The Gyro didn't really chase him, but the relocate in front of him, that is ultimately what's going to kill Matumba Man. They do not have a stun.
Yeah, well, do you notice there was someone missing from the action? It was Nisha, who was just farming the entire time. Took his Ancients, pushed mid-wave, took enemy Ancients, and so this is the playstyle, right? This is why he's skipping Blink. He's just farming. Nisha playing the hard carry here. Matu with the Armlet build, more of a space maker, and realistically, with Empower and with an early Armlet, you're just incredibly gold efficient. But yeah, like that was unexpected. I would not have figured Secret to go that hard, even blowing the RP at the end there for the Centaur. They could have just walked away and just said, okay, we brought 5, we only are 4. That's a win for us. We're wasting your time. But they wanted to continue chasing. God.
Brame doing an excellent job. Oh, another Stampede being used very defensively there.
Yeah, we've seen both in China and Ice, they always go phase boots on Centaur in this sort of situation just for the bonus armor. You could see their -12 armor coming in.
Yeah.
Like, he gets chunked without any armor assistance, and he's going to go straight for a blink too. So very risky build by Skylark in the event that, you know, the little Shredder plus the Deso plus the Meld hits. Like, he'll die in 3 hits.
They got to move fast. They know what's happening. They got a successful scan, but they're just not going to get there in time.
Way too fast.
And they're just going to have to back out. It is so hard to be disciplined about being around the Roshan pit against these TA lineups.
And this is why
they could just do it so fast.
This is why it's going to come back, because it's just such a simple game for Secret so far. Yeah, it's 5-5, but they've gained so much just because TA exists. She's taken like 10 stacks of Ancients. Now it's a free Roche. So you're just gaining all these objectives without really ever even risking anything. So,
and they do have some TA answers, but that kind of ends the moment BKB is picked up,
Indeed.
right? So they Brame is gonna have to do a lot in this timing between Nisha's Blink Dagger and his BKB.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he's going for, like, I guess it just feels that he's far enough ahead. He wants to have optimal positioning, actually get onto the back line, because you can make an argument just to rush BKB and, to your point, be invulnerable, is so long as he pops it pre-stun.
The Hurricane Pike also kind of helping with the whole Blink Dagger idea, right? Because there are many heroes here, the Io and the Pugna especially, who want to be able to play pretty far back, almost directly behind a hero. And you get the right positioning for some side blades, and that increased range is going to catch those heroes.
Top lane. Oh, they got that off.
Nice. Skewer back again. They're going to make sure the RP is used, perfectly timed with the Stampede, the Winter's Curse, just to make sure that little bit extra time. Now, he does have a blink, but because of the change that happened to Splinter Blast, it means you can no longer just blink out of that.
It's true.
Oh, dear. Spartan getting caught by the coil. Oh, the final blob coming in. Nisha actually is the one to bring him down, but he still has an Aegis, so they can't even heavily commit for this one. They might just be able to burn it out. No, they have nothing left, actually. The orb has already been used. Nisha's just going to walk away with 3 more minutes left on his Aegis.
Surprised he broke the coil there. I felt like he could have just potentially turned around and man-fought the Gyrocopter. That was a fight that Focus was not going to win. He'll have his Ags complete in just 900 gold, but really feels like Secret so far have the number, like, 2 kills, their gold advantage has gone up by near 4K, mostly just because they're out-efficiencing the map. Another Ancient stat coming out from Puppy. What are the numbers on that? That's got to be like 6 or 7 at least that the team has got for Nisha so far.
7 alone just by Puppy.
Yeah. 14, I think at least 8 or 9 of those are Ancients.
Yeah.
It's just, like, that's the gold advantage that Secret have in their pocket. Let's see. Halberd's going to be huge, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they need Halberd, and then when they have the Aghanim Scepter on Gyrocopter, they can burn through refraction charges very quickly. right? Between Rocket Barrage, his Aghanims, and then the Maelstrom as well. Like, there's so many instances of damage that are coming out.
It becomes a really fun way to watch fights, because Brame, it's going to be keep Gyrocopter alive, and he runs forward and tries to kill everybody. And it's a question of whether or not Secret can deal enough damage. And right now, I'd say they certainly have plenty. I like the blink on Matu. He doesn't really need to be greedy in this game, because he has a TA, he has Armor, he has Empower. So he's online.
In many ways, Nisha is the true carry of this game, right? Maybe we go super late game. Matu has to kind of take over that role a bit more, but...
Oh, yeah, this is my favorite build, too. Just Armlet AC. All in minus Armor. Oh my God.
Relocating out. Is he going to... Oh, no. It's just too slow. It's a level 1 relocate, so it took forever. And now Spartan is very likely to die as well. Skylark's going to try and position himself, but of course Secret are going to be aware of this and try and get... Oh, yeah, he just gets one shot. And the Winner's Curse to be able to stop him. They skewer him on back, and 1 kill turns to 2 into a 3rd. Secret beginning to assert total control over the map now.
This is such a hard game. Because you're playing without vision advantage. There's TA traps everywhere. Look at the wards Puppy's just placed as well. These are beautiful. The one up top is also fresh. It's just, they see everything. And they've now got double blinks on 2 huge cores. Zai also with the blink, of course. And it's just too much damage. Way too much physical damage.
It bothers me that Templar Assassin is able to farm with traps. Zai in deep here. Stominen able to protect himself thanks to the Decrepify, and they're going to try and chase after. But man, it's just so hard to find Nisha on the other side of things. They are trying to catch up to Puppy, but Matumbaman's going for the execution onto Spartan. The Stampede is going to get him out of there. They're still focusing on this Templar Assassin. 5 more seconds. Oh no, they burned through the Aegis, and Nisha's still able to get the kill onto Focus. This is a lost fight for Brame.
This is the Secret we kind of expected to see coming into the season. Really not the greatest performance from them, sitting at 3-3, but Brame don't know if they've really done too much wrong. They're just getting beat by, like, Secret's winning the way we expected to see them win this season. You know, they 7-0'd in Season 1, and they've just kind of come out the gate swinging here. Nothing really crazy, very methodical, almost mechanic victory.
Yeah. Nice skewer back. Flashiest moves probably coming from Zai as he continues to get all of these skewers back.
Yeah. We're behind schedule. That Division 2 game went late. We had some pauses, so Secret just doing what they can to get us back on schedule.
Yeah.
Very kind.
Very kind indeed. If you could go back and change anything about Brame's lineup, like is there anything that really stands out to you that is a potential weak point that you felt Secret exploited? Because I felt like they just didn't even have... I mean, they had that good fight in the top lane, and it still felt like Brame just didn't have much of a hope. Nisha was just farming so fast.
Maybe the puck?
RP onto 2 with Matumbaman jumping on in, but it is still an IO Gyrocopter, and they certainly have a decent amount of sustain until Nisha comes in. Nisha, fortunately, that Meld Strike is going to be dodged out by the Decrepify. Brame reluctant to go back in, though. Even with the vision advantage, they're not going to take it.
I mean, this is one of the ways I've seen Puck beaten in Asia, China and SEA, where you just grab this TA. He can't really gank bottom. Wraith King, one of the better matchups against Puck as well. Oh, you want to coil me? Well, I'm respawning. Like, you're going to blow all of your spells on a hero that has a built-in Aegis. Oh, love this. The Ags and the Shard, the Wagamama special. So Shard, really cool, especially against the Wisp, because you can silence the reload, and now he's coming
Where's the Arkosh line? He's already dead.
If they don't have the voice back, do they?
No, they should. 3 dead from Brame.
What do you do?
It is looking very hopeless.
As a note, the reason this build works for the viewers at home is because the Secret are so far ahead. Ags Shard TA is not necessarily what you should buy every single game, but when it's effectively just extra gold, you'd still be ahead even without these items. It makes you unstoppable. And when you're playing against a draft that has Wisp Gyro, this global teleport is just honestly imbalanced. And
yeah, I mean, the map is completely closed out at this point. They tried to split push the other side of the map. They're like, okay, Secret's bottom, and then all of a sudden, boom, Nisha's there.
Now the AC, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was 5-5, remember? Relatively even game. 11 straight kills, and that gold graph moving up. Not quite as fast as other graphs that I've looked at this past year, but pretty fast. Pretty rapid acceleration.
Highest amount of net worth at 22 minutes on any hero.
Wow.
This DPC region. I'm sure you'd probably be putting up a pretty good fight against all the other regions and last season as well. I mean, this is an insanely farmed TA.
It's one of the better heroes as well. It's considering the position Secret's in, right? They had a rough season, but they'd like to go to the major. They don't want to drop to Division 2 potentially in the event Tundra were to win. They lose a tiebreaker if they drop this series. And heroes like TA, I think TA, Alchemist, Medusa specifically, probably the best for better teams to play with, because ultimately you just farm. And Brame, to win this game, would have had to play incredibly well, deny these Ancients way earlier, find kills, and just straight up outplay Secret for the first 15-20 minutes of the game if they wanted to take a W. Otherwise, you know, the Ancient stacks are going to happen. The Roche is going to happen, and then one fight, and the game's blown open.
Waiting for Nisha to appear. There he is. Shows up on Wish with the silence put on him. Almost executes him. They're going to try and get away. By the way, Nisha still has that BKB. Another great trap, slowing everybody down to a crawl here. The Winter's Curse on 2. Plus, they had the RP on the other 2, but they were inside of the Winter's Curse. So not much damage done, but as soon as the Winter's Curse is gone, Brame is all dead, and they're going to call it.
To be fair, Wish Tinker is one of those dreadful, not dreadful, you dread it if you find yourself up against him in the high MMR matches. And in addition, you're playing against Morphling, playing against AA Tiny. It's a pretty damn good game for a Tinker. And more importantly, you have a Beastmaster on your team. This is a incredible combination that we've seen abused. I mean, for some reason, what was it? The Elite Wolves back when they were still allowed to play. They're so annoying to play against. The Dendi Navi with General in the offlane. This was their go-to strat, bread and butter. And it's quite nice. I think this is kind of an experiment from
Explain
Secret.
the strategy for, you know, like I think us old dogs, you know, we just expect people to know what these strategies are like. So what is Beastmaster Tinker?
Well, the idea is that Beastmaster is going to constantly pressure the offlane, and more importantly, you have like living, breathing wards or birds that Tinker can teleport into. So very easy roar into laser rocket, refresh, laser rocket combinations, and it just provides you a ton of map control. But you know, I agree with the panel. Like Secret, they could have gone Spectre, they could have gone Storm, very standard counters. Broodmother is all about timing. You hit a point where you're just stronger, and you have an early pipe, and you take all these towers and limit Tinker's map. The way to beat Tinker historically has always been the same. Kill his towers. If you allow the Tinker's towers to stay up, that means their map control is there. It means your waves are going to be pushed constantly, and he's going to appear out of the jungle 20 minutes in with like 3 items.
Yeah, and it does take advantage of the part of the reason they were talking about Spectre, right, was the fact that, you know, you want to take advantage of the fact they've got some squishy supports that are just food for you if you get on top of them. Well, same thing applies to Broodmother, right?
Did you see that stat as well? Nisha, highest win rate morph of all time. I believe it was 51-15. You remember when he first joined Secret and he was like 16-0 on the hero?
Yeah, it was insane.
I mean, he did have a pretty damn good 2020. Esport Player of the Year.
Yeah, true, true. Spartan and Yapzor going at it back and forth here. Bramble 1 does land. Spartan positioning himself is actually going to die.
Wow.
You know, sometimes you could just feel it.
That's on brand.
You know, you could feel it in your gut.
Yeah, and we got to
You just know.
He lagged, everybody. Skylark, he lagged. He would have had that kill. In fact, I believe right now there is a formal protest being filed to replay this match in 2 or 3 days.
Let me just say, 100% Spartan did not lag.
He missed an auto attack there, though, didn't he?
That is this man to a T.
Look at that running.
He had Fairy Fire. He was trying to bait out a Fairy Fire play, and he didn't get it off, and he got double nuked.
He should have. If he had gone down, I think he might have been able to get the counter kill. But oh well, could be worse. And this is the thing, though. The new Brood. This is the thing. I guess we really should explain to the new viewers. Spider's now at level 6. Until then, You're just abusing Insatiable Hunger. Used to be your ultimate, now just your Q. But check out the bonus damage and, more importantly, the lifesteal.
Yeah.
This is an insane ability. The cooldown is very long. Mana cost way too cheap. Tons of bonus damage. And effectively is your heal. The same way your ultimate worked in terms of restoring your health, now your Q does the same. So in a 1v1 scenario, well, 2v2, but I expect Puppey to play away from him when possible. You're just going to click the Beastmaster and heal yourself like, to full.
Yes. No, it absolutely is. The low mana cost added on top of the fact that you don't use mana for anything.
Yeah.
Right? Because you build Soul Ring, but it's only for you when you get your level 6. Puppey caught out in an awkward position here, and it's going to make a short TP away just to save himself a bit of grief.
Here it is.
It also helps you secure last hits with, it means Broodmother does not scale very well anymore because the damage is not very good on your Q because it's not an ultimate ability, but it is excellent at being able to secure creeps in lane.
Yeah, it's so easy to sustain, especially when you can just click the enemy offlaner in the face.
And you already have natural sustain thanks to the webs as well. Yep. So it's like you've got 2 options to be able to stay healthy.
Yep.
And that is a bit of a problem because one of the best ways to beat Broodmother is to make her feel uncomfortable before she gets 6.
If we just click over to Zai real quick,
Yeah.
check out his items, Cap. You betcha he's buying a Soul Ring.
Is he gonna do it, Kyle?
He's gonna do it,
He's gonna
Cap.
max out his W?
Look at the early point. For the attack speed and the heal, you have
Okay. No.
Soul Ring sustain.
I was about to say, I was like, I feel like they're going in on Spartan this time. This time around, the Fairy Fire goes off. This time around, Spartan's aggression is warranted.
That's well done. Yeah, that's what the first death was for. It's actually setting up the over-aggression from YapzOr.
True, true. Now he just needs to make that happen another time because he did give away first blood gold, so he kind of needs to make a 2-for-1 exchange, but...
Gives the XP advantage, so you get more experience on the kill back. Can't buy that in the shop. Speaking of the shop, Wish off to a really nice start in mid lane. He's going for the QW build, which is really annoying for Morphling to deal with because you're trying to play low HP at all times, but that burst from Tinker is pretty insane.
Early level of the slowdown. This is
my
really
God,
nice.
That killed him.
Yep.
He just got clicked.
Yep. You gave him the Silken Bola, which slows him down even more, and then you add on top of that the Ice Vortex, and he's just slowed down to a crawl thanks to an Orb of Venom on top of everything else, and so you just get free, constant hits in.
You can see why they picked it up, right? Against Beastmaster, I don't think Skylark expected that much threat. You know, just both AA and Brood, two of the rare heroes that I think do want to skill 1-1-1 almost every game.
Yep.
And they use all spells to land a kill.
Early Bracer pickup,
no.
Kyle.
Oh,
no
no.
Soul Ring. He's low on mana.
Oh, no.
For shame.
It'd be all right. I'd love to see him pick up a stick on Zai. It's one of the more
Oh, no. The
items.
Courier's coming in with more items, and none of those are Soul Ring, Kyle.
It's okay. It's all right. It's a different strategy. I trust Zai.
Situation out of no situation.
We'll see. If he puts an extra point in Q, though, then I'm done.
It's funny how Bracer was like a forgotten item at the start of this patch, and then it got was it like a 0.1 regen buff or something like that?
0.25.
0.25 regen buff, and all of a sudden people are like, oh, no, it's good again.
I think it's partially, actually. Maybe the Falcon Blade, slight nerf, and the Orb of Corruption, slight nerf, means that you really don't want those items unless it's specific for your lane matchup, and whereas Bracers, I think, are just always valued. We see a lot of offlaners just starting with Bracer. They bring the Quelling Blade, some extra regen immediately after.
What's funny about this matchup, he needs maxed out Boar and Aura to win the lane.
Yeah.
But the moment he gets level 6, he's going to be like, damn it, why don't I have axes? And he may not even be getting to 6 anytime soon. His Mentama Man is aided yet again by his supports for another kill on the Skylark.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, mid lane, they try and put pressure on a Morphling, but it's a Morphling.
Yeah. This is also, the safe lane Brood is something that we've seen really just Secret use historically in the past. Like, they used to do this back when it was like the Zai and Arteezy show, and they would put Xayah at times in the safe lane, they'd play around it with, like, you know, heroes like this, CM Tiny. They'd get a bunch of kills and then leave the Brood.
Oh, the magic damage is immense when you throw down an ice vortex. YapzOr almost single-handedly 100-0 Stoneman.
I think we played against Puppy CM and Xy Brood like 4 or 5 times back on Complexity. We lost every single game. Like, there's just, it's so tough to deal with because you get the Brood ahead, then there's a Spider Army, and eventually they'll just leave and go elsewhere, and Brood will be able to dominate by himself as Puppy kills off the boar. And
Did you win
starts back lane.
any games against Secret? Genuine question. I don't know.
Yes, we won 1 scrim. We crushed their Drow lineup.
Nice.
Very proud of that. They GG'd out in like 22 minutes. Still remember.
Oh, no, Wish! Getting caught out. YapzOr, he's going to stay in front of him. Oh, he doesn't have mana. That's why. I thought maybe he was delaying the toss for just an added bit of time, but no. He just straight up did not have the mana to get the kill.
Just to go back to that scrim we won against Secret. Spirit Breaker Clinks. We're just charging Arteezy. He died 7 times, and then they GG'd out. We hadn't even taken to tier 2. I think they were just done with that game. But
these clowns have Spirit Breakered us. They're probably like, this practice isn't worth anything.
No. Moon Meander kept making cow noises, too.
It does sound like a Moon Meander thing to do.
Yeah. Spirit Breaker is a very North American hero.
Oh,
you know,
yes,
it's
absolutely.
like it's just built for us.
Yeah.
Just hit Q, relax, grab a quick drink. All right, come back, land the bash. Matu now level 6. The Spider Army commences. And poor Skylark, he's going for the HOD rush, but he had to buy boots, he had to buy wand just for the survival. And now he's so far away from that item that really is needed for his hero to become activated. Also, just as later on, a teleport tool for his Tinker mid, who is off to a nice start, only 1,000 gold away from bots, so doing all right on Wish, but I'm surprised he's not actually beating Nisha in this lane.
Yeah, it seems he's having a bit of a rough go around here. Oh. Leftover Tiki's mine there. 4-1 Secret. Small advantage right now, but you could feel it mostly in this off lane where Skylark is having the rough time. Yeah. Worst time of any of the cores so far, so much so that he's having a jungle now.
To be fair, Focus is off to a great start. The trouble is it's a Bloodseeker. So you can't really take over a game like yourself. It's not like a TA where suddenly you're going to go farm tons of Ancient stacks and straight up win by yourself. I'd love to see him try to get active, but his Rupture targets aren't great. He kind of wants to find the Brood, but he'd need 2 or 3 heroes total to be able to take him down. Nice rune
Forcing the regen to be picked up instead of going over to Wish, but YapzOr is going to pay the ultimate price for it. But he says, hey, at least Tinker doesn't have a regen in his bottle.
Yeah.
It just, you could see these 2 supports, they're playing around mid because they, you know, yeah. He does have it.
He has?
You know who doesn't have it?
Who?
Matumba Man. Very weirded out by this one.
He is not able to spam as hard.
Oh, okay,
he's rushing
going
Orchid.
straight to Orchid. That does make sense.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the life of support with no mobility against Broodmother.
Skywrath is like just the worst hero to play against Brood. This is going to be a real rough match for Stomina.
All right, see if they could do something about Xy here. Xy turning around and fighting. Did max out his Q.
Spartan,
so
careful,
that's
please.
not going to heal him as much.
I thought Spartan was going to walk into melee range and get dueled.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, it's actually Focus who's going to be nabbed up here, and YapzOr gets the combo off to get Xy an early bit of duel damage.
That is a sick play. I did not expect that. That's the key kill. That's the one hero that was off to a great lead. And Matu roaming through the jungle. Actually pretty interesting now with the shift on the camps. Because now that there's only the one Ancient, Broodmother safe lane gets a really ideal position.
Yep.
You know, he doesn't have to waste too many extra webs to then control his own hard camp, enemy hard camp, and an Ancient, plus the bottom wave. So this might actually be the most efficient triple camp plus lane setup for the Brood.
Yeah.
Because if he's in enemy off lane, like, this is impossible. He's just going to farm his own Ancients.
Yeah, you watch Chinese Broods like XXS, and what they eventually do is they take over mid lane. After they've taken the tier 1 tower, maybe the tier 2, and they start moving mid.
Oh,
you're right.
Combo.
Skylark, he's going to be okay. A combo from Nisha not doing very much. Brame are able to secure the kill here. Tinker needing to come online to deal with this Broodmother push as the tier 1 tower is already gone.
Yep. It's going to get very scary for him. I think that's why you see Matu going for that Orchid.
Yep.
Wants to be able to take down the Tinker. And the one danger is with the Secret lineup, they don't necessarily like win the late game easily. It's not as simple as the previous match. They're going to need to eat at these towers. You can even see Matu starting to slowly move his web line towards the mid lane. That's the key tower for them to take down. And later on, Beastmaster Tinker is not a combination to mess with. It's so annoying. You're almost always, it feels, playing at a vision disadvantage.
Oh, he's going to toss him in for the duel, but he gets silenced first. He does manage to get a really nice avalanche, and they're still going to target Zai here. They start backing away. The Tinker has arrived. They're going to start throwing some damage out on Zai, who can't really move. It does just enough to be able to dodge some of the Skywrath Mage damage, but they will poke at him from a distance and eventually bring him down.
I can hear Yapzor's chuckle from here. That was, I think they saw maybe the one hero, and then like, oh, whoa, there's three. Oh, it's Tinker TP. This is not going to be, oh my god, the tier 2 pressure. Just the spiders in this catapult.
Okay, so small note, but Wish needs to turn the opposite direction when he marches machines, right? So the march spawns behind the spiders, so you're a better chance of being able to catch a couple spider kills there.
Oh no, Courier! Oh no.
Yikes. And this is one of the biggest dangerous things. They are dealing with a Broodmother, and they don't have any way to clear the spiders.
No.
It's been one of my biggest complaints is I feel like this hero, you 1-2 it, it's so easily countered.
Yep.
But here, this lineup, they've got Axes and March. That's it.
Yep. The Skywrath W is actually probably the best clear. But unfortunately, if there's a hero in range, it's going to target that instead. So if you had more control over it, maybe it'd be easier, because then you could time with the axes. Oh, the Orchid's out.
They're going to catch him with a Rupture. Now, Matumba Man heads down river and goes for the TP out. The damage is coming, but it's not enough.
That was sick. He moved the spiders on top of his body so that one of them would tank the Bramble. Does not prioritize heroes, and TP's out to safety.
Very nicely done. Moves the spiders over for protection. And the Bramble soaked up by the little guys. 7-6, and hey, look at that. It's a little bit of deja vu. It's Nisha, just AFK farming the triangle, while the rest of Secret deals with Brame's aggression.
Yep. And this is the attrition game, right? Because up top, you're going to apply pressure. Whereas if a response is forced, well, you have you're more farming your own triple or pressuring mid. Brood is farming bottom, taking enemy triple, and then also threatening mid as well. So Secret should be eking out an advantage, even against a Tinker who's eating as many creeps as possible with the global teleport spam. But this is the man to watch. But Tumbleman, he really wants this mid tower. If you take mid tower, the whole map opens up for Secret, and the game gets much easier. And I believe that'll be their next play as a squad. The Orchid is online. And it'll be a Solar Crest rush. Interesting. Skipping the HOD. I think that's the right move from Skylark, because it's really more of a damage asset here. His Bloodseeker's ahead.
Turns around, immediately gets the ultimate off onto Puppey, which is going to be cleansed out. Throws out the Ice Blast. Is not actually going to be able to land. Dark Willow really wants this kill onto Puppey. Healing Salve is going to put him over the edge here. He throws out the GG tree before dying to a duel. His focus is unable to really stay aggressive once again.
Oh, as this happens, though, guys, remember, it's 5-on-4. Who's missing?
It's Matumba Man, and he's doing disgusting Broodmother things.
Oh, yeah, and that's the key item upcoming, the pipe, because then all of a sudden, you talked about their lack of spider clearing. With a pipe active, I don't actually know how they kill the spiders.
Yep.
They don't have any real physical damage clear. The Maelstrom, the March, you just tank right through it. And this is the dream location for Brood to be playing now. Hey, blast preemptively. Love it.
Just looking out for any heroes potentially defending. Dark Willow shows up, gets Orchided before Spartan could hit the Shadow Realm.
And this is huge, because now the bottom lane, again, you're playing against a Tinker. So now with tier 2 bot down, all of a sudden, you can sort of feel how much more difficult it's going to be for Brame to push these lanes. If bottom is at that location or above, he can't really teleport into the wave safely, because if Brood is there with Orchid, he'll just die. You know, Blink is not online for another 1,000 gold. And this is really the storyline of this game. Can Brame find kills and recover the map. They want enemy mid tower, they want enemy top tower, maybe even look to take a Roche before the spider pressure is enough to start just dealing with their entire map. Like, it's just such an annoying game to play.
Yeah.
See the circle being drawn. They want to get some wards up.
Broodmother's a great hero to work with Morphling Legion Commander. Like, you don't have a lot of wave clear on Secret's lineup at all, right? But because Broodmother takes up so much of the map, he's basically taking over 2/3. It allows Yapzor and Zai to just be hunting for kills. Unfortunately, missed out on that one on Spartan. The Ice Blast doesn't land either. They're really thinking about going forward with the Rupture on him. Unfortunately, Tinker needs to go back for some mana here, but it looks like with the Skywrath Mage, they managed to get that kill. Once again, at a distance.
Yeah.
As they're now going to try, oh, get away, get away. Oh, no, Spartan.
God.
Webs come out. The ward gets defended by Team Secret. Even Wish being found now. Oh, dear. Oh, Nisha. That was more than he bargained for. Gets silenced as he comes down from the waveform and shot to hell.
That was... Holy crap. I thought there was a dag on
They're going to go again. Oh, this is the turnaround now for Brame as they start picking apart heroes. The Bloodseeker's going to town. Puppy turns around, does what damage he can, but all of a sudden, Brame had picked up 4 kills.
That was nuts. So the whole spider army died there, and then Nisha goes forward, but he legit got 100 to 0'd. Like, he died in a flash.
Yeah.
Let's see this again.
You can see the spiders. March the Machine goes through, waveforms forward. Stominen turns around, silence, and all the damage is amplified.
I can't believe he went for
agility a little bit, too.
I don't know. Yeah, if he was going strength, if he survives there, that fight goes a little differently. Orchid was going to come back off cooldown. Did he trust in the Lincolns? Was that?
So.
I don't know. That's the sort of mistake that can really set you back, especially with this kind of lineup, because once Brame actually gets some map control, the advantage Brood provides sort of flips, because then you're dealing with birds, creep waves start to push, and you're dead to a Rupture, you're dead to a Roar, you might even just be dead to a Skywrath slow if enough teammates are nearby. And it's the vision advantage Secret are relying upon to really win this game. And Brame taking back control of their own triangle, now looking to perhaps invade top. Remember, wherever you see brown on your minimap, that also represents a Tinker. And that's exactly why. TPing into the boar can also do so to the boar.
Mm-hmm. I was curious. There have been so many spell resistance changes, but for those who are wondering as well, the what is it? What's the E of Skywrath Mage? I forgot. Ancient Steel. Ancient Steel is still magic damage. Increased magic damage, not spell damage.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
It would be a little busted.
So it's not going to be amping up laser, but everything else. Pipe is almost done for the Broodmother, and as you said, it becomes harder and harder to deal with these spiders. It's been like a staple for the Chinese Broodmothers. They always get Pipe.
Yep. I will say, though, that miscue from Secret sets them back, because if they take that fight with Pipe, that spider army survives.
Yeah.
Nisha likely lives. They probably get the Tinker, and they might just blow this game open, go get a couple kills, take mid, then Roche becomes an easy next objective. You're now in a position as Secret. You got to be a little cautious. You can even see how confident Brame were able to play. They killed Puppy by his tier 2 top because of the global threat.
Yeah.
So,
and Broodmother does drop off pretty heavily, leaving you with just a Morphling, and that Morphling, in some ways, is countered by this Tinker, right?
I would say so. I mean, he feels pressure to get the Lincolns because of it. Ags soon as well for Tinker. That's when things get a little crazy. The laser starts to bounce. 700 range from primary. That's been tweaked here and there. But the main change is now it applies that shrink ray. So it reduces your size and current health by 15%. In addition, it now gives the bonus cast range. I don't think it did on the original Ags. It has for a little bit, but the shrink ray, I don't remember when that was added. That was like 7.17. I don't remember.
7.1? No, that was relatively recent.
What would you classify as recent?
Anywhere in the 7.2s.
Roar? Zai? In trouble?
Catching up to him. They're going to be able to nail him with the Bedlam. Another Zai kill. Yapzor is going to be able to respond, though. Oh, here comes the Broodmother, though. That's already a dead Spartan. And the Beastmaster may be run down by the Spiders as well, but Matamba has to stay still with the Rupture on him. He's going to try and go for a TP out. Thinks better of him, but he's just caught. Double kill for Focus. And now Nisha, he's already gone in and needs to find a way to get out. Yaps are trying to cover him right now. The BKB of Focus is wearing out, so he is going to retreat. Skylark managed to survive through that, by the way. Got dangerously low, but the Spiders were sicked after him as well, with the Ice Blast still on him, but it looks like he survived.
So the big problem for Secret this game is if you look at the lineups here, Brame have 3 cores, all scaling quite nicely, whereas Zai has sort of become this extra support, and the benefit is Yapsor and Puppey definitely have more items to their name, but it's going to be a concern because he's got Hood, and even once he picks up that Blink, he'll be a Blink duel. That's it. That's his entire game. Whereas Skylark, he's giving the Aura, he's got the BKB piercing stun, providing teleportation for his Tinker, along with the Solar Crest spam. Shit, he'll have a BKB. Like, this is a different type of offlaner, and Skylark's going to be significantly more useful in those team fights. The danger here is that Nisha's gone for this more passive build, so Zai's going to be playing as a defensive purge, but he's not necessarily strong enough on Nisha to go toe-to-toe with these cores. I don't even know if he can hit Bloodseeker in the face if Beastmaster's nearby.
No, this Bloodseeker is definitely one of the highlights for Brame. He's just continued to stay very high net worth. I mean, it was insane how far ahead he was of everybody else off the laning phase. And now, thanks to that one really successful fight that they had, he picks up a few kills there, stays ahead in net worth of Nisha, and is looking good to be able to just kind of keep fighting.
Yeah.
Aghanim Scepter now done. The Shrink Ray online, and he's been in the game since 7-8.
Rick Moranis coming out of retirement. As
that's a reference I can appreciate, Kyle.
I got you covered. It's like
Courier hidden away.
Relatively even game, and I like how Brame are playing this. Control the enemy triangle, get some wards up, because more importantly, this denies Roche, at least for now.
Meanwhile, Team Secret pushing through mid. They're going to, in a way, mirror Brame, taking over their side of the jungle that controls Roshan.
And this is dangerous now for Wish. This is the danger of Tinker is sometimes you can make game-losing teleports.
Yes.
And ultimately, this mid wave is set up to be just that. Oh, Spartan.
He's going to be cut here, but he's going to be okay. He'll shrug off some of the damage. Yapzor is... Okay, they're not going to throw the Terrorize, but Yapzor is also not going to complete that teleport. Now they're going to throw it out. With the Rupture still on him, he runs into the Brambles. Now he is going to be saved by the Shard from Zai. Defending him against that last rocket that was coming in. Now he's still a little bit low, so Focus is moving a bit faster. Everybody else from Secret, though,
They want Tinker.
keeping a respectful distance from Brame, waiting for the opportunity, as you said, to catch the most important hero in the game, right? The Tinker.
Yep. That is the name of the game for Secret. If they can kill Tinker and specific, like the supports, really. Skywrath immediately dies if the Spider Army gets on top. He's gone for a very great enable. Tranquils and an Aether Lens. He just straight up feeds, as does Spartan on his Willow, if they catch an Orchid. In Sky's case, it's really just a Bola. Wish. Shard, the next item he's going to pick up. It's another new one. You don't really see this. I've heard people in NA theorycraft that it's very strong. Defense matrix, a 350 damage shield, along with a 50% status resistance barrier. So is that good? I don't know. Maybe the status resist for the Bloodseeker?
Yeah. I mean, it certainly could be if you manage to, like, say, defend against a duel or something.
Yeah.
I would say the 350 shield protects him from getting spider bonked, you know, stopping his blink. Finishing up Yapsor from
wow.
a distance. Dominant hitting in the tree. Is going to be able to pop out, executes him. Now they manage to kill Zai as well. Nisha caught inside the brambles here for now. Focus, man fighting him. They get the terrorized off. He's morphing into strength, but they're bit by bit piercing him down, which comes back in to finish him off.
What a sick fight. That was perfect. You saw the silence onto the LC to prevent the cleanse, and then immediately the roar, because if you roar the LC, there's no way he can save his ally. Incredible fight. No Broodmother. Matamayan's like, okay, well, I'll think about going for Rex. You're not going on to Tinker any longer. He gets the tier 2, but I don't know if that's enough. That's the second really nice fight from Brame. Like, we weren't ready, let alone Team Secret. They lose 3 for nothing. Now into the pit. Gotta be careful with this one, though.
Well, they know that Broodmother's up here. Ice Blast is coming in. This is looking a little awkward. The Orchid goes off on a Spartan. He's going to be brought down, turned into spiders, and are immediately killed by the Bloodseeker. Now, Brame have to respect Team Secret, especially now with the Morphling coming back in. Yaps are looking for his initiation, finds it on Snowman, doesn't manage to get the silence off in time, so he's tossed back, stops the duel from going off, but this is an option for lasers now from a distance. Zai stuck here, rockets constantly flowing in, but Nisha comes in from the side, executes Skylark. They manage to get the duel off, but it's going to be won by the Bloodseeker. He gets the duel damage, now looks for the kill on Puppy. He heals up to half health. Yapsor chasing after him, but he's too damn fast. The Boulder not able to roll out fast enough. Focus looks to be able to turn his attention back towards the pit. They have the Hawk. They kill it before Tinker can jump in. They do have the creep wave there at top, though. Wish is still within striking distance, and he can be given the vision if the Bloodseeker can get close to the pit. They throw out some brambles. Bloodseeker caught on the side. They manage to get the blow up there. Immediate buyback from him and Skylark. They're going to be joining this fight. The Terrorized attempted to go off. Faked out, though. Spartan pumps it and stops it. Legion Commander protecting the Broodmother from getting caught by any disables. This Roshan is so low. They've invested buybacks on both sides into claiming this. Brame more so than Secret.
This is so sick. It's all about area control.
When Top Man immediately gets bashed as he tries to go for the Roshan. Cleared off once again by the Legion Commander. It is a poke away from death, and Skylark makes a jump in and snatches away the Aegis.
That was so cool to watch. So you see Secret, they're trying to play away from the march, get pickoffs and poke at the corners, just prodding for advantage. As Zai waits in the wings, he's going to BKB people for saves. But it's all this game of cat and mouse. Brame is keep the march centered and try to have Bloodseeker and Beastmaster take the assault to protect their support. Secret, they want nothing to do with BKB heroes, but just spam, kite, toss back, look for a duel, quick clash. Brame just want a hard commit in a one-screen area. Ag's now up. Another one for the Brood that is quite nice just because of the increased count. So now he's less limited in terms of where he can actually play on the map.
Okay. So, I've been spamming some Broodmother.
Yes.
Recently, Kyle. And we'll see if Brame give me a chance here. I discovered that I had a very hard time keeping up with replacing my webs.
Yeah.
I always felt like I was low on the count. And I would go Aghanim Scepter because I thought that was just naturally what you do as a Broodmother. However, I learned a trick. If you go to, hover over the shard for me, please. The shard, Silken Bola, right?
Yeah.
It says 550 AoE, increases the mischance 80%. Doesn't seem that good, right?
Yeah.
It actually, totally not in the notes whatsoever, lowers the cooldown of webs by 15 seconds.
What?
That is a secret for Broodmother players only. That is one way to be able to keep your web charges up, and it is very often a better option than Aghanim Scepter.
What?
Don't ask me why it's there. It's there.
I'm Googling this.
It goes down to 25 seconds. Then you get the 15 talent. You get CDR, right? 15%. Then maybe you get a talent. There's no need for Aghanim Scepter if you have enough CDR plus a shard.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
That's a little secret I picked up.
Also reduces spin web charge replenish time by 15 seconds.
Yes.
What the hell? Ice Frog?
Yep. I was spamming Broodmother because I wanted to learn the new Brood, and somebody came into my Twitch chat and said, "Hey, I'm a Broodmother
There you
spammer."
go. I knew the real experts were in Twitch chat all along.
It's true. The Twitch chat knows.
That explains a lot, because I know BSJ gets all of his tips from Reddit, so he has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. Listening to Redditors. Listen to Twitch chatters.
Yes.
They have refined taste.
That is a 5-head bit of information, Cab. You get a gold star for that one. Will you get the gold star? Brame, they go in.
They're going to go for Zai first. Nobody's really close to Skylark here, but I guess Skywrath Mage is within spitting distance and will manage to get the concussive shot, while Skylark pops his BKB, defending himself against Nisha. He still also has the Aegis. Don't forget about that one. Terrorize going to be used. Doesn't actually go through the bramble. So he's going to be okay. Just a simple pick-off on Zai. Nothing more.
This is such a... I mean, this game requires dexterity, Cap. A lot of times Dota is all about brawling. Like, okay, at some point, everybody grabs their big sticks and whacks each other in the middle of a river or something. This is all about just straight-up position. Finesse, that's the right word. Because you have now a blink on the Morphling. He's just trying to pop a support, get the hell out. Preferably the Skywrath Mage. You can see there the roar, the silence onto Zai. He has no real way to defend himself. He's just trying to play around his allies. In fact, still running around with just a hood and phase boots with the shard, which is definitely a great item in this game. But the BKB on Nisha is going to come out. Bloodseeker's duration is getting a little low. Oh yeah, it's already down to the minimum 6 seconds. He does, however, have a completed Scotty, so that'll significantly reduce the amount of health Morphling can restore to himself.
It feels like one of the hardest parts of this game for Brame is so much of their lineup is kind of like poking at Team Secret thanks to the Tinker, and Focus doesn't really feel good about just going in and trying to challenge people. But now, like, that Scotty's going to be a significant upgrade for that, right?
Really nice against Brood, too, just so you can keep him stationary. Hero moves too damn quick in the middle of the webs. 531 MS with no boots, just a casual
You got a guess
windlace.
on this one? Trivia. How many Spiderlings have been killed so far? What would you guess?
It's like that jelly bean game for the free tickets to the prom.
I feel like Matumba Man has been pretty controlled in not throwing away spiders.
I'm going to go with 73. Wait, spiders? Spiderlings? Spiders or spiderites?
Not spiderites, spiderlings.
I'll go with 45. He's been pretty good. It's probably more than that. He's playing against Tinker.
Yeah, it's 69.
Wow. Oof. I should have said 70.
You know,
nice.
if you know, you know.
630 gold. That's pretty impressive, though. It's a long game. You're playing against a lot of wave clear.
I love that he throws down the brambles. This army of spiders doesn't give a damn about brambles. Oh, nice. Okay. Focus does get hit by a combo. You can see he's shrugging it off pretty easily. Nisha, though, that's another threat, though, that he does have to recognize. He has to back down from that man fight. Zai barely living until the laser finished him off. Skylark does manage to get away from Nisha, and now that Nisha's BKB has worn out, they have to reset this fight. He was able to man up because of the magic immunity, but if he gets lasered in these fights...
Poor Zai, dude. He's 1-8-5. He's not even playing bad. They're just all in for him every time because he's the only save for his team. He will likely be bottom net worth on his squad by the end of this game in true self-sacrificial fashion.
So, I mean, laser is dispellable, so I have to assume the shrink ray part
It's a stacking debuff.
Right?
It is dispellable. So, it's like napalm.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it all the more important. Like, just the miss percentage is bad enough for Nisha. He just wants to sit there and right-click people, but...
Yeah. The main thing, if you're going to look to see who's going to... It's just all about the ward control. Where are fights taking place? You can see that most of this game, it's been Secret have one area covered by high ground wards, and Brame have another. You want to fight within them. Broodmother kind of playing like a Tinker, especially once he grabs this Hex. He's going to just try to pick off, specifically Tinker, maybe a support for free with an Orchid. Meanwhile, Brame, the same deal. They want the Morph, they want the Brood, they want the LC, but they need vision to do so that Wish is free to actually get his lasers off in fights. You need that sort of foggy area so that he can play around it, be free to rearm, refresh his abilities. Roshan up in 50 seconds, perhaps, could be a little longer. Morphling with the blink. He's going Scotty as well.
Nice ward in the mid lane there. Not focusing on vision in the triangle.
The resmoke.
Already occupied that area. They're looking for the pickoff. Rotation is coming.
Blink on Zai.
Secret are on their way. They kill the courier, but the jump forward by Nisha immediately goes for Spartan. Does manage to get him. Skylark and focus will run out without
Oh
getting
my
grabbed by anybody.
God.
But oh dear, Stobinen, the Spiders found him. And now they're after Skylark, who's going to BKB, TP out. They try to go for the duel.
Zach. I think if he maybe ran forwards a bit and tried to blink directly to high ground, might have had him. I think so close, but that's the problem with Brame there. So they didn't actually get possession of that territory. So the moment they have to run, the supports are fodder. You need to be initiating. When they've been killing Team Secret, it's when they're getting the initiation and pop, pop, there's 2 heroes dead, they can pursue for more. Otherwise, their supports have no game. They are, like, Skywrath, I believe, just died to Spiderlings. Like, in a second and a half. 2 rounds of attacks, he was gone. BKB, Scotty soon on Nisha. Does he have the Hex on the Brood? No, not yet, but he's going to go pick it up on Matumba Man right now. And suddenly Wish's game got a lot harder.
Yeah, it's already this middle part of the map that he can't really play around too much because of the threat of the Spiders.
Actually not buying it. He's saving for buyback? No, you don't have enough, Matu. Just go grab it. Other thing is, with his mana item build, he's spamming Spiders off cooldown. So this is a deceptively large... You ever see those viral videos where there's like looks like a tiny ball of Spiders, and then they drop and they go everywhere? That is playing as Brame in this game. And you've just got to hope that you can deal with the Spider Ball before they separate and go crawl under your bed.
No.
Aegis to Morph, yep.
No, there are 2 things I don't like, Kyle.
What's that?
Spiders and heights.
Yeah, true. Not a big fan of heights.
Describing that ball of spiders.
You can see it now in your head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dire are scanning.
Scotty now complete for Nisha, and they've got 4.5 minutes with an Aegis on their side. Level 25 also picked up and also has the shard. So he's going to be jumping around a lot and firing off blasts of the shotgun. Like waveform charges and this blink dagger, like this man is all over the place. Tinker is going to be having to keep his distance.
It's the right item build, though, because this game is all about burst damage. It's finding the right target and keeping yourself properly positioned. So whenever positioning is the name of the game, if you even check out how many blinks do we actually have in this game, let's see. 2 on Secret, 3 on Secret, and 3
on Brame.
And BKB's galore as well. It's to be expected. I'm surprised that Wish... Oh, Wish actually did go for 1. Okay. He has the fresh Bloodstone as well. He's just got to be cautious. So the defense matrix is really interesting, too, because the Hex initial open will last half duration, because he's always keeping 1 on himself.
Yep. Oh, no! Skylark! Didn't go for the BKB teleport out. What was he doing there exactly?
He was behind enemy lines. Cap, somebody's got to be the spy.
I guess so.
He gets punished. The game's broken down a bit for Brame. This is where the Morphling is very much online. The Spiders are everywhere. They have Aegis.
What's Spartan saying with those drawings? He drew a line basically all over Secret side of the map. He drew the, close to bottom lane, top lane, close to Secret side of the map.
I assume they just want to keep lanes pushed out. It's very difficult to defend in this spot. You don't want to be stuck in base. I mean, this is something we haven't seen in a while, but it was very common back in my playing days, where you'd be winning a game, but you'd need like a 40,000 gold advantage to break base against Tinker. It was such a pain, because even if you kill him, you have to dive tier 4s to do it, and then he buys back, and you're like, oh, what have we done? You can't really just walk up into March. It's easier thanks to the new shard on LC, because you have this free BKB for your morph. But yeah, this is likely where he's drawing the lines for, because if bottom pushes, it's a lot easier then for Brame to play Dota 2 and at least get something out of the map. They see any hero bottom, they know they can perhaps venture outside just a little bit. But the game certainly got hard. Like, I feel like I blinked, the gold advantage went from 8K to now 11K. It's just straight up because of how much map control Secret have now.
And Brame don't really feel comfortable being anywhere outside of their base. It's only Wish for a moment taking the 2 side lane creeps, but they're not farming jungle. Like, nobody's really getting net worth besides the Tinker right now.
No. Matu is going to have his BKB, and now it's shopping season for Team Secret. They just get everything that they want.
Brame.
Puppy's in base for optimum AoE blast.
Yep. Brame are bunkered in right now, but Secrets, they are bit by bit chipping away at these defenses, whether it's the Spiders hitting the side lane tier 3s or it's Nisha hitting the mid tier 3 with Zai's Legion Commander behind him.
And Puppy is farming jungle as this occurs because he wants to get his sheep stick up and running. This is the right way.
Nisha here. Nisha blinks forward first, though, and kills Spartan instantly. They break through the Lincolns. Can they get a roar? They can't. He's stuck by the rupture, but it is too far out there. Brame, they cannot go that far outside their base.
Yep. It's really nice positioning as well from Nisha, though. He gets the kill, and you can see he immediately retreats to his team, but plants himself in a spot where if you want to commit on him, Brame are welcome to, but then his team would be ready to pounce.
And now they're going to be able to take that tier 3. Brame, they're going to have to find an answer soon. Wish takes the shotgun blast, shrugs it off with the Bloodstone. Focus starts going to work on Anisha. Managed to get a bash here with the Legion Commander. They do manage to get Nisha out of there with the waveform finally.
Dude, I would never be able to play Morphling the way these guys do. They're so bold. Oh, I survived? Okay, I'm immediately going to go down to 1 HP.
Well, he's got 15 seconds left on the Aegis. He wants to be able to force it now. He's saying, deal with me or we're going to take this melee barracks. They let the melee barracks go. The Aegis will now naturally expire. So Brame, they really want to get out there. You could see they're even trying to get damage on the Morphling, preventing him from healing up, getting the Aegis regeneration. They push out, looking to catch Secret on the retreat, but Secret have covered their tracks well.
The Swift Blink and the Ninja Gear. This is the dream. This is actually so sick from Nisha. He's going for the maximum damage shotgun. Keanu Reeves and Constantine is coming for you. And I don't know if you have the answer. Like, he's just going by himself. Spartan,
please.
Ooh, ooh.
All right, this time he gets off the Shadow Realm. He's going to have to be real twitchy on that trigger finger. He doesn't have it now. Scythe out from Puppy. So he's completed his big ticket item. Still picking up tier 4s. It goes to show how little Brame has managed to farm in the last 5 minutes. Nisha, solo smoked up, sees Skylark, does what he can, forces out a BKB. The Ice Blast is still coming in. If anything, Skylark, woo, blinks away just before he takes any damage.
Talk about finesse. Okay. Secret are just playing so crafty. You know, Nisha just getting smoked there by his allies, but previously was the Ninja Gear. Tried to open. Yeah. It's just going to be the same move. Nisha scouting, looking for an opportunity. If he can kill a support, maybe the rest of the team commits. But Zai just sort of waiting in the wings, ready to give him the free BKB if necessary. As Matumba Man just continuously clears waves. Look, like the number of spiders he has. That is, it's lagging my screen when I look at it. So I've got to assume it's a lot.
Yeah, and he already took top lane.
Oh, whoa!
And he'll do it again. Wish almost getting caught here. But they do manage to get the Primal Roar out onto Zai. The magic damage comes in. And they take down the offlaner of Team Secret, and they've slowed down some of Secret on the retreat too. Focus building up a bit of movement speed, but oh no, he oversteps himself, and Nisha cuts his head straight out. He sticks it out too far, and it goes down, and now Brame, now they're the ones on the retreat backing away. The Spiders start going to work on the buildings here, but Wish has returned full mana.
Yep. Okay. Skylark had enough of the spiders. So, this is such a cute game. Skylark went for the wind of the shard. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Jumping in, Nisha really trying to go for that Tinker kill. He's silenced up right now. He's actually going to die. Shtobanen got the Ancient Seal on him, and now Skylark, he found Matumba Man as well. Brame, they have been bleeding away here, but if they can get some big kills, they can turn this game around still. It's the Matumba Man. He's certainly dead. They're going to chase for a little bit more. Heat-seeking missiles on out, but Yapster was already blinked away. Brame, they are 100% going to lose this game if this continues, so this is their chance to get outside of their base.
And they have to do just that. Immediately Wish is starting to shove out lanes. You can see how difficult it is for Brame, but if they can actually just get their hands on the collar of Team Secret, they will find kills. Nisha overextends, immediately just feeds. I'm surprised he even tried to take over the Tinker as well. Like, there's no real purpose for that. Maybe just trying to do some dispel dancing, but either way, gets popped.
Kyle, it is a very, very short Roshan. It's
Oh,
already
wow.
up. If Brame somehow picks up on this, there is no buyback from Team Secret. You get the Aegis and Cheese, and in this case, a Refresher Shard.
Oh.
You might actually be able to stay out on the map, even as Morphling and this Broodmother revive.
They don't know yet is the problem, and
Yeah.
Bloodseeker is not alive just yet. Also, be careful for diving birds. The Beastmaster Shard. Like, he's got it. I don't know if it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if he was going to get that. I mean, with the Tinker combo, right?
It's a 2-second stun, but the thing is, you got to remember the bird dies.
Sure. So he's got to let the Tinker complete his teleport.
Exactly. It's got to be a very elegant
Wish,
falconry.
he's
Whoa.
right next to Yapsor, and they spot him now, and they manage to get the silence. So, no danger of dying to the Tiny. Instead, it's going to be Yapsor, who's been caught and killed. 70 seconds and a fresh chance for Brame to be able to take a Roshan with an advantage.
Yep. The laser damage increase thanks to level 25 talent now on the
Timeless
Tinker.
Relic. Such an insane item for a Tinker.
What's the laser damage actually do? So, oh my god, 515.8 laser. Remember, that's AoE spreading to all enemy heroes, plus the 15% current health damage stacking.
Oh,
from
go over the
Shrink Ray.
triangle. Go over the triangle, Spartan. He goes in.
No, not again.
Just
Dude, poor Zai, man. He's just falling behind in the race. What was
no
that?
one can ever call Spartan a coward.
No.
The man found the most dangerous part on the map, and he went out there without a second thought.
Credit. Wish hasn't died. That's insane.
No, absolutely. He's been doing an amazing job not getting caught by a Blink Morphling, Legion Commander, and a Broodmother. Like, this is not an easy free Tinker game for him by any stretch of the imagination. But he is making it work. I am a bit concerned that Brame is going to get pushed back into their base again.
It's just so hard not to be, because Tinker is in threat due to these sheepsticks, so he's got to play more conservative than he would like. Bottom lane, sure, you can handle. But we'll see. They're hunting. They got great vision.
They're going to be able to find Puppy. That's a good pickup to start things off.
Buyback. Be cautious. You used Roar. Puppy will spend a buyback if you want to fight him around Roche.
They're just going to charge up into the triangle. Nisha, he's going to be ready for this one to get the blink away, but the Hex, it comes out first on his eye. Can they keep him chain stunned? Wish has got to get away from Nisha. Blink it away. Nisha is not able to keep up. Wish managed to keep his distance once again. The Spiders are cutting in from the back line. Spartan is going to be targeted. Shadow Realm in a few seconds, but the Spider army is eliminated by the March of the Machines. Brame disengage, force a buyback out of Puppy, and lose very little for it.
They lost their Beastmaster. I don't know if Secret will know this, but he has no buyback gold. Has the cooldown available, but that was a Hex reveal, so they might assume that it's not up.
Can they actually play without their Beastmaster Brame? Are they going to have to give up on this Roshan? Are they going to have to give up on the map?
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Not the
that
right
vision.
time to... Oh, no, Spartan. You don't have Blink. This is not... Oh, no. Not like this.
Not like this. He's got Shadow Realm.
Why does he
He's
have
got Glimmer Cape.
He's got 5,000 gold. Wait. 3,000 gold. He has half his net worth collecting interest.
Oh,
and
jeez, man. Skylark died so fast. I didn't even see how fast he died. In the middle of that fight, I was too busy watching Wish trying to go in and out.
Oh, it's so sick. Nisha, now that he's level 27, the extra talent, level 10, he just gets a free bonus 15% magic resist. That is so nice in a game like this. Doesn't help against the laser, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's still...
Skyrath, Willow, March.
That's still a lot of damage. He's shrugging off. All right, Spartan's back.
For how long, though? Spartan, I hate to break this to you.
No, he's good. He's
What
got
is- what does
Flicker,
Spartan
Shadow
see?
Realm, and he's got 3 options to dodge a shotgun blast. Just any 3 keys on his keyboard will protect him from this Morphling.
Right back. Oh my God, Secret. Thankfully, they turned for Roach. Otherwise, they would have found a Willow. And this is going to die very quick. You need vision here, but they're going to kill any Hawk that comes near.
Yeah, I mean, well, No new Hawks for another 35 seconds. They push in bottom lane as much as they can, but Secret, they're just going to ignore it. Now with an Aegis, a Refresher Shard. Who even wants that?
I really like this from Yapsor. He went for the early, like, look at Yapsor's item, actually. Have we seen a Tiny do anything like this? Probably not, because the Aether Lens is weird, and then the Lotus Orb even more so, into Octarine.
Yeah.
This is because he has to be a cleanse for Zai. So Zai's job is to protect everybody. Yapsor's job is to protect Zai. And
They're losing their melee barracks very quickly, and now they're going to lose their range barracks mid. I mean, it almost feels like Brame is trying to simplify things. We just protect bottom, that's all. Let everything else fall.
It worked for Rohan. Maybe it will work for Brame. Wish still not to die. At a point, I know if they were to lose this game, people would say like, well, he's supposed to die. You know, obviously it wasn't working. But I don't really know what you're supposed to do against what Team Secret's got. Like, switch to Dire Vision. How do you play this game? What are you supposed to do? You see absolutely nothing on the map. Your two waves are going to be constantly pushing in. And that man right there, it just waveform. Oh, the wave's dead. Ooh, spooky. Where is he now? He's free smoked thanks to Ninja Gear, which he actually subbed out. Now we'll have the leveler, so.
Yeah, well, he was in those buildings, so might as well.
DD bottom. And the bird. That is what you have to play around if you're Brame. Get a good bird.
Oh, no, double damage. Double damage, Aegis, like Nisha can all-in commit for just getting Megas if he wants to.
Now the extra morph duration, he'll have Ags up soon if necessary, but for now, he's all good. Well, he shuffles the ninja in, gets the free smoke, and Spartan, oh no, Spartan.
Oh, he got off the Shadow Realm! No, the waveform!
Spartan.
You think you still get the waveform attacks target if you're Shadow Realm?
I believe so. But I have no idea. I've never tested that interaction. We'll probably find out by the end of the game, knowing SSA Spartan. My man.
I feel like you didn't need to. Like, we already knew they were in your triangle.
It's okay,
you know?
guys.
Like,
it's okay, guys. I've got buyback. It's fine. It's fine.
Like, I feel like Brame's only idea of the game right now is to wait out Aegis. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what you're supposed to do. I feel like we haven't seen a rupture in half an hour, but I don't blame Focus. There's just not really much to do. I don't know if I agree with the bots necessarily, but he had a more ambitious version of how the game would play out in his head in the bird. That could be it. This is the vision you need if you're Brame. Are they baiting the bird? The bird is not the word. Zai, though, his net worth climbing. What did he get?
Does he have an Aether Lens as well? Yes, he does.
Of course. You can't actually stop Nisha. 1Q kills the wave, and then he blinks away immediately. He's untargetable in this time.
Yeah, we've seen him a couple times use that little trick. Taking away the Lincolns immediately. Cleansing off any follow-up disables, and now the Lotus Orb is going to reveal where some of those heroes are. Thanks to the fact that he's got a shard. So when he reflects that spell, it's a sharded version. Nisha going back in. Focus, trying to deal with him. Does manage to get a lucky bash, but no follow-up from there. Skylark, meanwhile, being poked at by spiders, so he can't actually jump forward and potentially get a Primal Roar onto Nisha. Cheese being passed around between various people. They still have two of them.
And don't criticize Secret, anybody. This is how you have to play this game. Like, we haven't seen Tinker in this style of game for a while, but especially with the Beastmaster, like, there's no total control of vision that Secret can rely upon, and we've seen what happens if they overextend. They will get popped, and it's very important that they continue to play this conservatively. Free BKB.
Trying to go again. Do manage to get the silence. Primal Roar bouncing back. Oh, no, and it can cleanse off as well, so there wasn't even a stun on Denisha at all. Silence up again. Finally does lose his first life. Wish is putting good use to the Arcane Blink right now, but he's being poked apart. He does actually get silence for a second, activates his BKB. Nisha waveforming away and resetting. After all, they're in a great position.
Yep.
No buybacks. Megas.
Hey, it's one of my favorite Zai quotes. To succeed as a Dota 2 player, the one characteristic you need is patience. And thus far, Secret embodying this principle. They'll now have to wait for the Megas wave, let it push in, deny space and vision to Brame, And same deal, rinse, repeat. You've got all these cleanses. Just play around Nisha. Matu trying to poke somebody. Maybe Hex the support from the side. He did get Skylark to sort of open the map a little bit. Oh, Zai. Wait, that's Nisha. Wait, it's not Zai. It's Nisha. With the Eaten Ags. Also the increased duration, of course, thanks to the fact that he is now level 28, soon to be 29. So a free 20 strength, aka 20 agility, coming in just a moment.
8.3 second cooldown on press the attack. That's what I was looking at.
Wow.
Because he's got the Octarine core, so he's just pumping out press the attacks. The man knows his job.
Yep.
They're going to spot out Wish. Nisha
It lands.
quickly throws out the barrier so he can keep blinking. This arcane blink makes Tinker really hard to catch.
If only we had
His
a
animations
Darkseer.
are so fast.
If only we had a Darkseer in this game, I think that the number of pixels and polygons could actually slow down Secret's computers enough to give them a window back into it. Nisha's just going to hit tower.
I mean, the same game plan from Secret for the last 15 minutes still applies. Even if you've got Megas, it's now time to go to work on the tier 4s. And Brame are just waiting for a slip-up from Team Secret. Some sort of pick-off. They keep on running out. Shdomanen, Skylark, they keep on looking for somebody who is isolated from the rest of Secret. And they can turn a numbers advantage and maybe take back this game.
And as you might think to yourself, why are they... Guys, it's over. Secret, just end. I'm telling you, I personally have twice lost games to Tinker when my team had acquired Mega Creeps. It is not over. And if you get to a point of Secret, if you have to spend a couple of buybacks, things actually get scary because you're susceptible to being perma-hexed and you could just lose. Secret don't want to lose. They want to win. They want to go to the major. This guarantees a tiebreaker, I do believe.
Skylark pushing forward, finds Matuma Man. Immediately gets cleansed up. Skylark not throwing out the Primal Roar just yet. Now thinking about it, but he just feels like he can't, and Nisha is in and out, already killing Spartan. Same place, same time. Now Scythe is going to be able to slow down Skylark in his retreat. Finally, the Primal Roar is down, but there's so many Legion commanders out there that it feels like no disable is going to stick. Shdomanen gets found in the side of the trees here. And one of the tier 4s has fallen now. Focus. Oh, God, he's so close, given the barrier, but it's still not enough to be able to defend against it. Now Wish has been caught by his Scythe. His first out of the game, he's going to buy back and try and desperately hold on to the tier 4s. They're right next to the fountain, though, and that is where Tinker is most dangerous. The AoE. They get it. The lasers are flowing out. Wish trying to dodge around, but the throat is being hit, and Skylark and Wish, they just can't stop it. Secret will finally put it in to game 2. They 2-0 Brave.